How's the mood in the camp sort of in the last couple of days since Saturday night?
It's been good. We've just been back to work. Obviously, everyone was disappointed immediately after the game. I think no one was happy with the performance that we put out. I think everyone expected a lot more from within the camp. For sure, we know that's true from outside the camp. But yeah, it's the best thing about football is there's always another game. So I think everyone's ready and raring to go for another 3 points.
Is that sort of a good mentality for you guys, the fact that it was so disappointing, the fact that the result went the way it was, considering we've won a lot of the last ones there? Like, would you say that all that sort of culminated, and does that put the squad in a good place coming into this weekend and the expectation?
Yeah, I think it was a good, sometimes losing can be a good thing, like a wake-up call almost. We went on a good run. And yeah, I think it just kind of makes you focus on your weaknesses a little bit more, and yeah, we've just been working really hard this week to put that result right, and every game is worth maximum of 3 points, so we have another chance to get another 3 points on the weekend.
How are you finding it this season? Because it was the way we're playing is different, and you've now got a completely different back four in front of you. How are you sort of finding this season for you?
Yeah, I love the team. I think the mood in the camp is really good. We all get along. We've spent a lot of time together away from the field, and then just working with an experienced group of guys. Marcel and Alex in the centre half positions. Yeah, it's been great. And then we also have youth in the midfield with Paulie and Reese, and yeah, it's a good group of guys. About the style of play, I think it's a lot more simple, my job, than last year. I think that's given me the opportunity just to focus on shot stopping and keeping the ball out of the net. I've been pretty happy with how I've been doing that the last couple of weeks. So it's also about how the team forces the opposition to take less quality chances. So when I am called into action, I think I can kind of see where the ball's going or how the play's developing. It's a lot more easy to predict what's going to happen than last year. So yeah, I think I've been really enjoying my football and just keeping things simple off the field, and it's made my life a lot easier on the field as well.
And what's it like then, the goalkeeping situation? Because you're going to come up against someone who you trained with for 2 years on the weekend, and then what's it like for you and Gus and working with Nashi as well? What's that been like?
Yeah, I mean, Nashi is like Einstein of goalkeeping, and I've been working with Gus for two years now. Yeah, this is our third year. So I think we know each other really well. We know how to get the best out of each other too. He's an incredible talent. I think it's undeniable. Like, I love working with him. He's pushing every day in training really hard. I think we push each other. And then we've got Sandy as well, coming up from the MPL, and he's gone leaps and bounds as well since he's come in too. So that's credit to Nashi. I think we're all in good form, and he's adapted his philosophy a lot this year to suit sort of my weaker points from last season, and I'm really happy with how our training's adapted. I feel like I'm getting the right stimulus to improve in certain areas. And yeah, I mean, Redders, when I came in, he taught me so much. It was like I was learning how to goalkeep all over again. So I'll forever be grateful for him for the information, just the sheer amount of information he gave me.
What do you make then of the Central Coast Mariners season? Because off the field there's a lot going on there, there's talk about ownership and stuff. What do you sort of make of them, and what sort of challenge do you reckon they're going to give you guys? Because obviously being in Gosford, last year was a tumultuous game up there for reasons you would remember.
Yeah.
But what do you expect from them?
I mean, they're a hard-working, young, hungry team. So there'll be a couple of teams that are similar this year that defend in a really compact block, that look to play on the counter, that are filled with young players trying to make a name for themselves. So these are really the hard games because you have to make sure you get up for them mentally and treat them as they deserve to be treated, with complete respect. But then also these kinds of teams can really surprise you. They can come out after a few losses and play, some amazing high intensity football. So it's important not to be surprised. In terms of their situation, I'm not fully across it, to be honest. I'm just really focusing on myself and what we're doing. Last season, I made my A-League debut there, and it was a really tough moment for me. Obviously, I think the result falls on my shoulders that we lost, for it to be my debut as well. It was tough to take, but again, I think that was one of the learning moments, one of the many learning moments from last season that gave me a lot of strength that I'm kind of leaning on now.
Yeah, I was going to say, growth opportunity from there, obviously, And what's it like for you then at the back, right? We've seen Joe do this thing for quite a bit now. You've got Victor, Piero. Do you enjoy watching this team play and seeing them create up top?
Yeah, I think last year maybe with Dougie and Joe and and Leo, and when we're talking about these kinds of players, these creative players, I think last year, again my first year in the A-League, I think I was kind of enjoying watching and seeing what they could do, but I think my mentality's completely changed this year, and I think I'm just more focused on what I can do, and when they have the ball I'm not even thinking about what they're doing. I'm just trying to organise this on the rest defence and make sure we're set up well and make sure my body's right and am I warm enough and make sure I'm keeping moving, and so I think my game's become a lot more self-focused on all that external stuff. I'm not really worried about at the moment.
And have you found that has helped you massively, I guess, in your performances and your mentality coming into games? Do you feel chalk and cheese from, like you said, you were a year ago?
Yeah, for sure.
Where you are now? What's that been like, that transformation?
Oh, it's nice. It's it's still early in the season, but I think I can be an overthinker just by nature. I want to do a lot. I always want to do more, and I think there was a lot of things I did in my off season that prepared me a little bit differently for this season. Less is sometimes more, and letting go of a lot of expectations and certain pressures, and just being more comfortable in my position and what my role actually is. I think simplifying all areas of my life just so that I can perform better on the pitch. That's what I've kind of made sure I did in the off season, and during the start of the season I'm going to continue to do, because I feel really good and I think it's working well.